I'm staring at my wife across the dinner table, and my hand won't stop shaking. The teacup sits between us like a loaded gun. Drink it, I say. Elena's eyes widen. Marcus, what are you talking about? I said drink it. The tea you made for me? Drink it right now. She laughs, but it's wrong. Too high, too quick. You're being ridiculous. I pull out my phone and press play. Her voice fills the room. 6 more months of gradual dosing, and he'll be completely deaf. Then we move the money and take over. The color drains from her face. You want to know how I got here? Let me tell you about the day I died and came back to life. 3 months ago, I started losing my hearing. I know what you're thinking. Marcus Dalton doesn't get sick. I built an empire in Harbor Ridge from nothing. I've stared down politicians, silenced enemies, controlled everything in this city that matters. But I couldn't control whatever was happening inside my head. The doctors were useless. Specialist after specialist, test after test. Could be Meniere's disease, one said. Could be nerve damage, said another. You just don't know. I was terrified, not of being deaf, of being weak. In my world, weakness gets you killed. Elena was perfect through it all. She held my hand at appointments, researched treatments online, made me special herbal tea every night. It has ginkgo and vitamin B, she'd say, kissing my forehead. It'll help. I loved her for it. God help me, I really did. Then came the day in Riverside Park. I was walking with Elena, and this kid appeared out of nowhere, maybe 10 years old, dirty purple hoodie, ratty sneakers. She looked right at me and said, "Your wife is poisoning." You, Elena, grabbed my arm. Street trash, looking for money. Let's go, but the kid didn't ask for money. She just stood there staring at me with these ancient eyes, then disappeared into the crowd. Crazy, Elena said on the drive home. These homeless people, honestly, I said nothing. But that night when Elena brought me my tea, I watched her hands, watched her face. She smiled at me while I lifted the cup, and I saw it just for a second something. Sharp in her eyes, I pretended to drink, tilting the cup but keeping my lips closed. The liquid burned my lips, and there was this metallic taste I'd never noticed before. When Elena went to the kitchen, I dumped it in the plant by the window. The next morning, I woke up and heard the birds outside. Actually heard them. For the first time in 3 months, the world wasn't wrapped in cotton. My hands went cold. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button right now, because what comes next will change everything you think you know about. Trust, I needed to find that kid. I went back to Riverside Park every day for a week. On the 7th day, she was sitting on a bench, feeding pigeons with stale bread. "I knew you'd come back," she said without looking at me. "Who are you, Lily Chen?" "I'm 10. I live 3 blocks from here with my sister and my little brother. How did you know about my wife?" She finally looked at me, because I watched my mother do the same thing to my father. The words hit me like a fist. I sat down beside her, and she told me everything. Her mother had poisoned her father with antifreeze over 6 months. Small amounts in his coffee every morning. He got sicker and sicker. The doctors couldn't figure it out. By the time anyone realized, his kidneys had failed. "Mum got the life insurance money," Lily said, her voice flat. "But someone figured it out eventually. She went to prison, hanged herself 2 years in. I'm sorry, I see the signs now. I watch people." She turned to me. "Your wife goes to a pharmacy in Clearwater once a month. 30 miles from here, always pays cash. Never the same clerk twice. I followed her once on the bus. Why would you help me?" "You don't know me, because I couldn't save my dad." Her voice cracked. "But maybe I can save you." That night, I pretended to sleep. Around midnight, I heard Elena get up. I waited 2 minutes, then followed. She was in my study, door closed, talking on the phone. I pressed my ear to the wood. "He's getting suspicious, Derek. That street kid spooked him." Derek. Derek Stone. My second in command for 9 years. The man I'd trusted with everything. We can't speed it up, Elena continued. Ototoxic drops work slowly. If we increase the dose, doctors will catch it. We stick to the plant 6 more months, full hearing loss, then the accident. Accident. They were going to kill me. The Bermuda account is ready. Derek's voice crackled through the speaker. 1.8 million. Once he's gone, we take over the organization together. Together, Elena repeated, and the way she said it made me want to vomit. I backed away from the door and walked to my bedroom like a ghost. I sat on the edge of our bed, the bed I'd shared with this woman for 7 years, and felt something break inside my chest. The next morning I called Patricia Reeves. She's been my attorney for 20 years. If anyone was still loyal, it was her. I need you to investigate my wife, I said. And Derek Stone. There was a long pause. Marcus, are you sure? Just do it quietly. Patricia's good at her job. Within 3 days, she had everything. The pharmacy in Clearwater confirmed Elena had been buying prescription eardrops toxic, ones that cause permanent hearing damage when used long-term. The purchases started exactly when my symptoms began. Patricia traced the Bermuda account, $1.8 million. Joint holders, Elena Dalton and Derek Stone. She recovered deleted emails from Derek's computer, the full plan laid out. In detail, how they'd been planning this for over a year. How Elena had married me specifically for this. How they were going to stage my death as a fall down the stairs after I'd gone completely deaf. He won't even hear us coming. Derek had written. I read that line 5 times. If you're feeling what I felt right then, hit that like button. Because Betrayal doesn't even begin to cover it. I spent a week planning. Patricia helped me set up recording devices throughout the house. We documented everything, every phone call, every conversation. Every time Elena slipped those drops into my evening tea, I watched her poison me for 7 days straight. While my hearing got better and better without it. She had no idea. On the 8th day, I invited her to dinner. She came downstairs in a blue dress I'd bought her for our anniversary. She smiled at me, kissed my cheek, went to the kitchen to make my tea. I watched her add the drops. 3 of them, carefully measured. She stirred it with a silver spoon and brought it to me. Here, baby, she said, for your ears. I looked at the cup, at her, at the life I'd thought we'd built. I'd like you to drink it first, I said. That's where we started, her face going pale, her laughing that wrong laugh. Marcus, don't be silly. Drink it, Elena. I'm not going to. I pressed play on my phone. Her voice filled the room. 6 more months of gradual dosing, and he'll be completely deaf. She froze. I played the next clip. Derek's voice. Once he's gone, we take over the organization together. Then another. Her laugh, light and easy. He actually thinks I love him. It's almost sad. I watched her face cycle through emotions, fear, anger, calculation, then something cold and final. You want the truth? She said, fine. I never loved you, Marcus. You were a job. A very lucrative job. 7 years. And 7 years of pretending. Do you know how exhausting that is? Smiling at your boring stories, sleeping next to you, acting like I gave a damn about your little empire? She laughed. Derek and I have been together since before I met you. This was always the plan. Why not just divorce me? And get what? Half a settlement? No. She leaned forward. This way, we get everything. The business, the properties, the accounts. All of it. You are going to murder me. Oh, don't look so wounded. You've killed people, Marcus. Don't pretend you're innocent. She was right. I had blood on my hands. But this was different. This was intimate. This was 7 years of kisses that meant nothing. I love yous that were. Lies, a life that was completely fake. The police are outside, I said quietly. Her face changed. You're bluffing. I raised my hand. Patricia opened the front door. 2 officers walked in. Elena screamed. She actually screamed, lunging across the table at me. One of the officers caught her. You bastard, she shrieked. You think you'll survive without me? Without Derek? They'll tear you apart. The officers pulled her toward the door. She was still screaming as they put her in the car. I sat in the empty dining room for a long time. The tea was still steaming on the table. Derek was easier. I called an emergency meeting at the warehouse. He showed up thinking it was about a rival crew. Instead, he found Patricia, 3 officers, and me on a video screen. Marcus's voice was, "Careful? What's going on?" "I know everything," I said. "The account, the emails, the plan." He was silent for exactly 3 seconds. Then he smiled. "You really think the organization will follow you after this? Your own wife betrayed you? Your second-in-command betrayed you." He spread his hands. "You're weak, Marcus. Everyone sees it now. You tried to kill me. I tried to lead. The organization needs young blood, not some deaf old man clinging to power. I'm not deaf anymore. Turns out, I just needed to stop drinking." "Poison." The smile faded. "Derek Stone," one of the officers said. "You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder, embezzlement, and fraud." He didn't fight. Just stared at me through the screen as they cuffed him. "You won't last 6 months," he said. "Someone else will take you down. Someone smarter." Maybe he was right. But that night, I didn't care. I went home to my empty mansion, 42 rooms. No sound except my footsteps. I'd won, hadn't I? I had justice. I had my hearing back. I had my empire. So why did I feel so completely alone? Leave a comment below and tell me, would you have seen the signs? Because I didn't. Not until it was almost too late. I couldn't stop thinking about Lily. This kid with nothing had saved my life, and I'd done nothing for her. It took me 2 days to find her address. When I saw where she lived, something in my chest tightened. The building was falling apart, graffiti on the walls, broken windows. This is where the child who saved me went home every night. I knocked on apartment 3B. A young woman answered, mid-twenties, exhausted eyes, wearing scrubs. "Can I help you?" "I'm looking for Lily Chen." Her face hardened. "Who's asking?" "My name is Marcus Dalton. Your sister saved my life, Lily." She called over her shoulder. "There's a man here." Lily appeared, and her face lit up. "Mr. Dalton, you're okay, thanks to you." I looked at the woman. "You must be Maya." "You must be the crime boss my sister's been talking about." Maya crossed her arms. "What do you want? To say thank you?" "We don't need your thanks, or your money. We're fine." A cough came from inside the apartment. Deep, wet, painful. A little boy appeared, maybe 6 years old, pale and thin. "Noah, go back to bed," Maya said, but her voice was gentle. "Is that the man Lily saved?" Noah asked. "Yes, buddy." "Now, please." "Go rest." The kid shuffled back inside, still coughing. "How sick is he?" I asked. Maya's jaw tightened. Not of your business." "Maya," Lily said quietly. "He needs the surgery in 4 months, or—" "Lily, stop." Maya's voice cracked. "We'll figure it out. We always do." I looked at Maya, at the defeat she was trying so hard to hide, and I understood. This was pride. The kind of pride you have when you've fought for everything and refused to break. "I won't insult you by offering charity," I said. "But I'd like to help." "We don't need your sister save my life when she had every reason to walk past me. Let me return the favor." I left before she could argue. Patricia helped me set it up. A medical foundation I'd been funding for years announced a lottery. For children needing critical surgeries, Noah's name was drawn. Pure coincidence. Dalton Holdings, my legitimate real estate company, suddenly had an opening for an administrative position. They contacted Maya based on her resume. She interviewed. She was qualified. She got hired. Harbour Ridge Academy had a new scholarship program for gifted students. Lily's teacher nominated her. She won 3 miracles in 2 weeks. Maya showed up at my office on a Thursday afternoon. She slammed the door behind her. "I know what you did." "I don't know what you mean." "Don't lie to me." Her eyes blazed. "The lottery, the job, the scholarship. You think I'm stupid, eh? You're brilliant and proud. And you would never accept help directly, so you manipulated everything. I gave you opportunities. You earned the job. I saw your interview scores. Lily earned the scholarship. She's top of her class. And Noah, he just got lucky. I don't believe in luck." "Then believe in karma. Your sister saved me." "I'm trying to save your brother." She stared at me for a long moment. "I should walk out right now, take Noah and Lily, and disappear." "You could, but Noah needs that surgery. And it's fully funded. Walking away doesn't hurt. Meat hurts him." Her shoulders sagged. "I hate you. I know. I hate that you're right." "I know that too." She left without another word, but she kept the job. Noah got the surgery. Lily started at the academy. 2 months later, Lily got sick. High fever, stiff neck, confusion. Maya called me at 2 in the morning, voice shaking. "I don't know what to do. The emergency room wait is for hours, and she's getting worse, and I can't. I'm on my way." I picked them up and drove to Harbour Ridge Medical Center, not the other private wing where my doctor worked. He met us at the entrance. They took Lily back immediately. Maya and I sat in the waiting room. She was crying silently, shoulders shaking. I didn't say anything, just sat beside her. "If she dies," Maya whispered, "I have nothing left. She won't die. You can't promise that, no, but I can promise you won't face it alone." She looked at me then, really looked at me, and something shifted. At dawn, the doctor came out. "Severe flu, complicated by dehydration. She'll be fine. We're keeping her overnight for observation." Maya collapsed against me, sobbing. I held her while she cried, and I realized something. I hadn't held anyone like this since before Elena, maybe not even then, 'cause Elena had never been real. This was real. Noah's surgery happened 3 weeks later. I waited with Maya and Lily for 6 hours. When the surgeon came out smiling, Maya grabbed my hand so tight, I thought she'd break it. "Perfect repair," the surgeon said. "Is going to live a completely normal life." Maya turned and buried her face in my shoulder. Lily hugged us both. We stood there in the hospital hallway. 3 people who'd been strangers 4 months ago, now clinging to each other like family. Because we were becoming family, 3 months after that, someone delivered an envelope to Maya at work. Inside were photos of me, crime scene photos, surveillance shots, news clippings about people who'd disappeared. My past, laid out in brutal detail. Maya confronted me that night. "Is this who you are?" "It's who I was." "That's not an answer." "Yes, I did those things, all of them. I'm not going to lie to you. Why should I let you near my family?" "You shouldn't. If I were you, I'd run. Take Lily and Noah and disappear." I met her eyes, but I'm not that man anymore. "Your sister showed me another way to live. You showed me what family actually means. I can't undo my past, but I'm trying to build a different future. Trying isn't enough, I know, but it's all I have." She walked out. For 2 days, she wouldn't answer my calls. Then Lily disappeared. Maya called me, screaming. She didn't come home from school. It's been 3 hours. "The school," says she. "Left with a man?" I was already moving. I made 3 calls. My people spread across the city like wildfire. Julian Voss, one of my organization members, ambitious and hungry, he'd taken Lily to force me out. We found her in an abandoned warehouse by the docks, tied to a chair, terrified but unharmed. Out. Julian was there with 2 of his guys. "Let her go," I said, walking in alone. "Give me the organization," Julian replied. "Step down, walk away, or she doesn't leave here. You hurt one hair on her head, and I'll burn your entire world down." Empty threats from a has-been. Try me. We stared at each other. Then police sirens wailed outside I'd called them. The moment we found the location, Julian's face went white. "You're done, Julian," I said. In every possible way, they arrested him. I cut Lily free. She threw her arms around me, sobbing. That night I called a meeting with everyone left in my organization. "We're going legitimate," I announced. Every operation, every business, everything. Clean books, legal profits. Anyone who has a problem with that can leave now. Half of them walked out. The other half stayed. "One more thing," I said. "I have a family now. They're off limits, non-negotiable. Anyone who threatens them answers to me. And unlike Julian, I won't call the police first." The message was clear. 1 year later, I married Maya. It was a small ceremony, just Lily, Noah, Patricia, and a few close friends. No empire, no organization, no power plays, just 2 people who'd saved each other, promising to keep doing it every day. I adopted Lily and Noah officially. They took my last name. Maya cried when the judge signed the papers. So did I. 10 years after that, I sat in an auditorium watching Lily give the valedictorian speech at Harbour Ridge University. She'd graduated with a degree in social work, top of her class. When I was 10 years old, she said from the podium, "I was homeless and hopeless. I watched my father die. I thought that was my future too brief and tragic. Then I met someone who needed saving as much as I did, and we saved each other." She looked directly at me. "My dad taught me that family isn't blood, it's choice, it's showing up. It's believing in someone's future, even when their past is dark." Today I'm announcing the Guardian Project Foundation to help at-risk youth find their own second chances. Because everyone deserves someone who shows up. The audience exploded in applause. Maya grabbed my hand, now 16, and healthy grinned at me from the row behind. After the ceremony, we went to dinner at our favorite restaurant. The one where we'd celebrated Noah's successful surgery, Lily's first to Maya's promotion. Our place. "Remember when you thought I was just some street kid?" Lily asked, grinning. "You were never just anything," I said. "You saved my life." "No, Dad." She reached across the table and squeezed my hand. We saved each other. And she was right. I'd spent 50 years building an empire on fear, thinking power meant safety. But I was alone at the top, vulnerable to everyone, trusting no one. Then I lost everything: my wife, my lieutenant, my hearing, almost my life. And in that loss, I found 3 people who saw me at my lowest and chose to stay anyway. Who taught me that real strength isn't controlling others, it's letting them in. That real power isn't ruling an empire, it's being someone's dad, someone's partner, someone's safe place. The empire is gone now. The legitimate businesses run themselves. I'm not Marcus Dalton, the crime boss, anymore. I'm just Marcus, dad to Lily and Noah, husband to Maya, the man who got a second chance and didn't waste it. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling me about a time someone unexpected changed your life. Share this video with someone who needs to hear that it's never too late to become who you were meant to be. Because here's what I learned: you can build kingdoms, accumulate wealth, command respect, and still have nothing. Or you can have 3 people who love you for real and have everything. I chose everything, and I'd make that choice again every single day.